Hey everyone, Grantfly here, back with another Pauper deck tech and video, or league video. Um, this deck is a black-green version of the Sacrifice deck that I was playing a little while back. I have a previous video league with that. Uh, but time has passed since then, and a bunch of new cards have been introduced to Pauper, so some of them, I think, fit really well into a black-green version of the deck, and there's another infinite combo that has been introduced into Pauper that I think has a lot of synergy with the sacrifice theme of the sacrifice deck. So I run this through a preliminary and a league so far once already, and I think it's pretty good. Like there's something here. So just to go over the previous deck, I mean, the components are pretty basic. Carrion Feeder sacks creatures. Mortician Beetle grows when creatures are sacrificed. Nested Shambler makes tokens when it dies. And that's, I mean, Unearth can get back because you're with 3 or less, just a versatile card. That's pretty much all the cards from the old build that are left because I think when you're adding green and adding some of these new cards, there's just no room. And the previous cards like Shambling Ghast and Scorpion, they were good, but they're just not on the level of some of these new cards. So let's get to those. The big addition is an infinite combo that is now in Pauper from Modern Horizons 3, and that combo is Basking Broodscale, 2/2, devoid, it has adapt 1, and whenever 1 or more +1 counters are put on it, you may make a 0/1 spawn token. Okay. And then an old, but not forgotten any longer, enchantment from Tempest, Sadistic Glee. Enchant creature, when a creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature. So if you put this on Basking Broodscale and get a creature to die, it makes a spawn, which you can then sacrifice to trigger this again, and you can keep doing this as many times as you want to make infinite colorless mana and an infinitely large Basking Broodscale. If you happen to have a Carrion Feeder or a Mortician Beetle in play, those will also get infinitely large. This by sacrificing the spawn to the Carrion Feeder, and this by incidentally growing when you sacrifice anything, including the spawn token. Additionally, this card also works really well with Nested Shambler. And in fact, what I've done a decent amount in some of the games I've played is it's almost like a decoy or like a flag bearer or something for your opponent's removal, if they have any. If you try and put this on Shambler, they kind of have to deal with that, or else you just end up making a huge Shambler and sacrificing it to get a bunch of squirrels. And then if they do that, you're free to throw a second one, if you have it, on this thing. Or sometimes in other cases you don't have the Broodscale and you just get a gigantic Shambler, and that works. This card, you know, it's an aura, which generally they're not great, but it has so much synergy with everything in this deck that I guess what I'm trying to say is I think this shell is the best way to make Sadistic Glee decent as a card, like on its own. And it has an infinite combo in here as well. But there's a few more synergies I should mention. So the other big one is this card, which is also a new card, Evolution Witness. 2/1 for 3, adapts 2. When 1 or more +1 counters are put on it, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So if you've been disrupted a bunch, or you know, even if not, if you've managed to get a bunch of stuff in the graveyard and you get a Glee on this card and get creatures dying, it can get really out of hand because it gets a bunch of counters, which returns a bunch of stuff from your graveyard. And one card that interacts pretty well with is this other card I haven't mentioned yet, Myr Scrapling. It's a 1/1 for 1 that you can sacrifice to put a +1 counter on target creature. I should probably be calling this deck like +1/+1 counters deck instead of sacrifice, because that's really kind of what it is at this point. But anyway, with this card on Evolution Witness, every time you sack it, you put a counter on, and then you can return any card, including Myr Scrapling, so you can just keep doing that. So for every 1 mana, you can just grow this by 1. And if you have a Glee in play, then you get the Scrapling, well, you get 2 cards back, whichever cards you want. And if you get the Scrapling, you can keep going. So you can just regrow your whole graveyard back to your hand, basically. So, yeah, so this card's really powerful. 3 mana is kind of a lot. I'm not sure if I should be playing 3 or 4, but it's so good when it works that I think it is worth it to play 4. So just a few more cards to note about the main deck. Malevolent Rumble is another card from Modern Horizons 3 that's just very good. It's seeing play in a bunch of decks now. Look at the top 4, put a permanent card from among them into your hand, make a spawn. So this is just good because obviously the spawn works with all the other sacrifice stuff, and this is helpful in digging for your combo, which you definitely don't need all the time to win with this deck, but it is nice, you know, or dig for whatever you do need. One other card is Duskshell Crawler, 03. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on a creature, and creatures you control with counters have trample, which is really useful because the turn you're going off, you can get really big creatures, but they don't have trample. So sometimes your opponents can chump block for a turn, and that might be enough for them to untap and win or something like that. So it's just really, it kind of functions like a one-shot kill with the combo that also is good in normal situations, which some of the other cards you could play, like the Invokers, are an infinite mana sink or something like that. They're great if you have the combo going and you have infinite mana, but they're kind of trash on their own. So this is a card that's just good in general. But I'm only playing 3 because that's felt like the right number. I have 1 Legion Vanguard. I'm kind of trying this out because it just felt like the deck needed 1 more sacrifice outlet, and this also happens to be an infinite mana sink. If you have it in play when you're going off, you can win. Actually, I guess you can't win. It just makes it makes another infinitely large creature if you want. And then depending on what you mill into the graveyard, like if you have an Unearth or something, you can, and the mana, you can mill stuff until you hit Duskshell Crawler, Unearth it, and then give stuff trample. And then finally, Rubblebelt Maverick. This is another new card, or I guess it's not from, what is it from? Murders at Karlov Manor. Just like a glue card, another cheap creature. The Surveil is kind of useful in this deck, and you can exile it to put a counter, +1 counter on something. So we all know why that's good. But it's kind of nice because in situations where you're trying to, let's say you're trying to adapt this card, you can start off with this, and then if they want to kill it in response before you get to put counters on it, you can adapt in response and then get 2 counters. So it kind of like assures that, along with Scrapling, it can help to ensure that you actually get to trigger this thing. And then one other thing that is interesting about this deck, the only part I haven't talked about yet from the main deck, is the mana base. So this is just a black-green deck. There's no extra colors. And I did previously just have some black-green dual lands so I could play some snuff outs. But I wanted to experiment with playing gates so that you can play Basilisk Gate, and it's been very good. So I'm pretty sure this is the right approach going forward. You want to be playing gates so that you can play a couple of these. And honestly, you're not really going out of your way because you do need a bunch of black-green lands to fix your mana anyway. So it's almost free to play these cards. And it's very good with all the creatures, but especially Nested Shambler, as I think I mentioned before. All right, so real quick to go over the sideboard. Just to note, the cards that I think are the most flexible in the main deck that I'm not 100% on are these 2 Rubblebelt Mavericks and this Vanguard, if that wasn't kind of clear from my description already, I've experimented with a few different cards in these spots. So, yeah. So the sideboard, a couple of Suffocating Fumes for decks that have X1s, which there's still a decent number of. Masked Vandal, I've actually been pretty disappointed with this card so far in my playing with the deck, but I'm going to keep it in the board just because I'm not really sure what else to play. Part of me wants to try just playing a Gorilla Shaman and playing more, or, you know, replacing these Golgari Guildgates with ones that you could choose a different color for, but I'm not going to do that for now. But yeah, this could be useful against certain artifacts or enchantments, mainly the Affinity deck. I think boarding it in versus most other decks is probably not worth it. Maybe the mono red deck, but anyway, I have a couple of these. Still not really sold on them. Accursed Marauder, these are good against, I think, the Turbo Serpent decks and Boggles, of course. Fiend is another card that I think is good against counter magic, or like I would bring it in against Tron. I'd probably bring it in against the red-green land destruction deck. Just any deck where you're a little slower than they are and you need like a bit of disruption, or a deck where like a 1/1 wouldn't be a huge liability. Tragic Slip, just another X removal spell. I guess mainly what I have in mind is decks that would have Flag Bearers or something, because you do kind of want to kill those. If they have one out, you can't really play Sadistic Glee, or it will go on their creature. So, Nature's Claim, another, just kind of mixing it up with the artifact and enchantment destruction, because this card, I don't really like it that much in general, but it definitely isn't very good early, typically, because you don't have creatures in your graveyard early. So I kind of like did a split here between these two artifact and enchantment things. I'm not actually sure if you even need this, but I'm not sure what I would play instead at the moment, so I'm leaving it in for now. 2 Nihil Spellbomb against, pretty straightforward against graveyard decks. I won't belabor that one. And then 2 Healer of the Glades and a Sylvok Lifestaff against the Burn Madness deck and against the red deck, synthesizer deck. I think I would want these. I just have the 1 Lifestaff because it just feels like the right number. Like, you do need creatures in play and whatnot for this to actually work. And if you don't have a sack outlet, it also isn't necessarily great against the burn deck anyway. So, you know, these numbers could be a little different, but anyway, that's the sideboard. I'm kind of coming back to Pauper after a while, so I'm a little less certain about what I actually want in the sideboard. Because the other thing with this deck is you don't really want to sideboard that much. This deck is very synergy based, so you can't really afford to take out a ton of cards in any one matchup, nor do you usually want to. So, you know, it's good to have a wider spread of sideboard cards, I think. All right, so that's the deck, and I'll run it through a league. Be back for round 1. All right, here we are in round 1. Got a nice 0 lander, which is good, because then you don't have to worry about mulliganing or not. Okay, this is a good hand. Yeah, it's a very good hand. I think we probably just put back Unearth. Because I think I want the mana. That's tough. I could put back the Basilisk Gate, and maybe I'm supposed to do that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put back the gate. We'll see how this goes. I think it's definitely one of those 2 cards. Or, I guess it could have done that one too, but... Alright. Probably up against either Affinity or Burn. Let me go ahead and lead with Shambler because I'm probably just going to Duskshell it. But we'll see what happens. I would love another black mana here. Okay, I was totally wrong. We're up against Grindtasmic Mardu. Right, that's not horrible. I think I'm going to actually not attack because I don't want to force the action until next turn when I have more crap in play. Like, if I can get this beetle down, that would be better. I'm going to kill this. Alright. They don't have... It's interesting. They don't have... They don't have the thing. They don't have metal craft, so this feels like they're either maybe baiting me into doing this. But I think I am going to take the bait because the question is, do I use this? I don't really see any reason to. Yeah. That was weird. Guess I'll just discard the beetle because I have the ability to unearth it, or am I playing beetle next turn? I mean, in theory, getting the beetle down is more important than this crawler, so I guess I will discard the crawler. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't really attack right now. Quite yet. Or else I would lose my whole thing, so I won't do that. Hope I don't get furbished again. Okay, that I can handle. Alright, not bad, not bad. So, let's see. Even though it would be nice to have trample, I think it's better, I can go wide better if I just get the Shambler. So I play this. Get Shambler back. Again with these. Mm-hmm. I probably should have sacked this when they were tapped out there. But they only have 2 white, so I don't think it's that risky. I mean, they could have had not 2 white, but they didn't. Actually, no, I think this is fine, because there's the potential upside of drawing something like that. All right, let's fire this off. Not bad, not bad. I guess another beetle is pretty insane here. I don't think they are coming back from this, personally. So, I don't know, 2 white? I don't think there's anything they could have. Let's count here. So this is 11. If I sack this, yeah, it's definitely lethal. I'm gonna go for it. That's 10. Oh wait, is it? I guess I am a little wrong about that. Oops. 12, 14, 16, 18? I mean, I guess if I'm going for it, I'm just going for it anyway, right? Oop, no. That would have been very bad. I'm glad Moto is kind enough to prompt you on this. I did count this a little wrong, but whatever. They needed to block. And they did not. Alright. So my joy over the beetle was unfounded because it didn't matter. Okay, so their Mardu value stuff. So what's good there? This is a matchup where this card should be good. Maybe I'll just bring in one. I have not been that impressed by it. It's probably worth 1 Fumes. I don't know that I want 2 of them. Accursed Marauder, their creatures aren't that great. A Tragic Sliver could be good, especially if they have something in the board to mess me up, like a Flag Bearer or something. Do they use the graveyard? I didn't see much. I think we'll just stick with this, and I'll take out a. I think Duskshell is really good in this matchup because they have a bunch of little creatures. We can cut a Rubblebelt. We can trim on. I could trim on Unearth. Maybe I trim one of the Witnesses because they might be messing with my graveyard. And I'll probably always be cutting this Vanguard just because it's kind of the last card in the deck anyway. Yeah, let's try that. One lander. I think I should probably mulligan. Okay. Put back one of these gates, I think. We have the skeleton of a good hand. It needs a little bit more to actually be good. We have two of the components to go infinite. I just need the Broodscale. Interesting. I was almost thinking about playing this crawler and putting a counter on itself, but I didn't do that. Because then they could just kill it with one blast, and I mean, I guess they can do that anyway, but I think I actually want to preserve the crawler in case they have like a Karkland Shaman or something. Okay, they're just doing that, that's fine. The other advantage of getting Carrion Feeder into play is it does let us go infinite next turn if we draw the thing. Broodscale. We did not. Don't really want to go all in against this deck because they do have cast down and stuff. I guess I can go ahead and play out all my cards though. I still think I'm going to put the counter on itself. Actually, I'm probably not going to do that. Yeah, I am. Just kind of trying to, I don't know, like spread the counters around to play around removal, but that obviously doesn't work great with Carrion Feeder, so don't know how committed I am to that. I'd love to draw the Basilisk Gate or something. Or actually a Malevolent, whatchamacallit, into something else would be good. Alright, so they're ramping. It is a little scary. Okay. I think I can go ahead and discard this gate. Ah, damn. We had free reign there if it was going to work. All right, now I'm wondering if I actually need to just play this out to get some things going. Let's see if I play it on this and then I sack that to that. It's a pretty good. Pretty good amount of damage. Actually, no, it's not really. I'd have to sack this too, and then what? This would be 3. This would be 3. Trample. That's okay. I don't know if this is getting much better. I really needed like additional pieces here that I didn't quite get the right ones. Okay. Let's see. So I'm probably going to get refurbished again, so I think I do want this land in play. So is it better to just hold this? Holding it doesn't really seem like it does a ton. I think we just pog it off. All right. Interesting. Turn too late. Oh, it's actually still kind of alright. kind of need them to have nothing here, but it's possible. Dang. I'm gonna play this in case I draw the evolution, whatchamacallit card. Okay. Well, hopefully they never draw anything to deal with this giant Duskshell Crawler. They are gonna get to scry, which is not ideal, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think putting the counters on this and keeping it around was my best bet. 4/6, okay. So what do I get to do? I get to put 2 counters? Well, I guess I might want to put them on this. No. Ugh. Okay. That's gonna be tough. That might do it. So now they can just do that again next turn. Alright, this one's probably over. Yeah, I just needed that second Carrion Feeder to be like something else. Yet. So yeah, I'm off the Masked Vandal. I don't like it. I think I do like Nihil Spellbomb maybe, and maybe a Mesmeric Fiend too. And the 1 Fumes I think is good. What am I taking out here? I could cut a Glee because they do have a bunch of targeted removal. Witness actually seems kind of good in this matchup because it's rather grindy. I'll cut this Maca and I will cut a Glee for the reason that I stated. Okay, let's try that. One lander. Not a great one lander. I think we can mulligan. Jeez. And I guess I'll keep like a forest, I think. Gonna need to draw some good stuff here, but you know, maybe I will. Well, I wish I had not boarded out a Glee at this point. Probably shouldn't do that ever. Beetle's gone. Right on time. Fourth land. It's not great for them. Huh. Awkward that I don't have anything to get back with Unearth, or else this would be an insane turn, but that's fine. Another spawn. Plenty of those lying around. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll offer this trade with, essentially with the Dawnbringer. I think that's still fine, given my position right now. If they want to do that, they don't have to. Yeah, they do want to. Okay, that's okay. think I just use this while I can. And I might as well do this now since I just get it back. Damn. Okay. I was thinking of, yeah, but I could have gotten both in play. Yeah, I guess I should have done that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to put a counter on one of these Eldrazi spawn tokens. I don't know that it would have made a huge difference. I guess I can just hold this land to keep them from potentially drawing with another familiar. Alright, I'm going to play the land since I might have to sack these spawns. Guess it gives them perfect information, but... Breath weapon, okay. It's a weird game because I had the Witness, but nothing was in the graveyard at that point, so I didn't want to play it out, but second guessing that. Palace Sentinels. Interesting. Okay. That's good. I needed something, and that qualifies. So actually what I can do is attack with both, and then they can block the, yeah. So then because of trample, I'm going to get the Monarch, which I think I want. Oh, or they can do that. Yeah, that's fine too. I'm priced into doing that. Okay. So do I want to kill both, or do I want the Monarch? I think I want the Monarch. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, also they were at 1. I forgot about that, and apparently they did too. Or no, it didn't matter because they would have trampled over. Yeah, so that was just the win. All right, I apologize for not realizing that in advance, but got the win there. So we'll move back for round 2. All right, I apologize for my stupidity last round. Let's see. I'm on the draw. I'm actually going to keep this hand. If I draw any, well, if I draw a swamp, it's great. If I draw a dual land, it's fine. If I draw forest, it's okay. If I draw no lands, it's obviously not great. But I don't know. There's a decent amount in the deck, and I'm probably not immediately dead, although this looks like a serpent deck, so maybe this was an unnecessary risk. I guess I just need to mulligan more, because like the deck just doesn't have that many lands. I don't think you can afford to play that many lands because you need all the little like pieces for it to work. So yeah. L2 Snuffouts against me. That seems like a good idea, although it could go very wrong if I draw the that one creature. Damn. Okay. Guess let's roll with a Nested Shambler. Alright, last possible turn. I think we might be okay. These creatures are kind of hard for them to deal with, so see how it goes. We are pretty far behind now, though, but guess it's better to block this. Okay. So it would be kind of nice to get this Malevolent Rumble going next turn. Obviously, I would be looking for a land. I kept this Unearth just because I feel like getting Nested Shambler and getting some counters on it is pretty good here, but I guess I could do that now. If I go Unearth, Shambler, Glee, as long as I don't really have much to sack, I can sack the Squirrel token. But I should have kept this around. Wasn't thinking about that. Well, I didn't think they'd tap out. Anyway, all right, so what do we do here? I guess we can go Rumble. Yeah, I think it's Rumble, and just, it has the highest upside. A bit of a whiff. We did get a land, so we could play like Crawler, I guess. I think we gotta just take this forest. If we do that, we're kind of losing out on our sack here, so. We gotta wait one more turn here. And next turn we can do some, try and do some stuff because we have enough to play Unearth, Crawler, and Sadistic Glee on one turn. Wow. The filtering. It's incredible. Truly amazing. Ooh. Thought I was about to see Gurmag number 3. Oh. Guess that works too. Alright, so we're at a stalemate. Alright. So I guess the time is now. We unearth the Shambler. Is there any universe where we want this? No, I don't think so. Alright, yeah. Unearth Shambler. Gonna Glee the Shambler. And we will sack this. Play Crawler. Put counter here. Alright, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3 to make it 6. Yeah, so should I attack? The Carrion Feeder. I mean, I don't think they really have bounce, so I think maybe I do attack here. Do some trading. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, with the Shambler out, they really can't block. In fact, they might just be dead here. I mean, no, they're not dead, but I can take down a few of these creatures, and I mean, this is going to be... Well, we'll just see what happens. All right, so we're sacking this here. We're sacking this. Do I want to keep my beetle around? I think I kind of do. I guess we can't really worry about trample right now. We just need to get this going. Alright, I probably should have kept the trampler now that I'm seeing what happened, but whatever. Pretty much works. My thing lives, your thing dies. Take 13. Right, land, your turn. This is why you play Nested Shambler and Sadistic Glee in the same deck. Okay. Really wish I had my Trampler, but it's fine. Oh my god. No justice. Well, he'll probably counter this. Yeah. That's fair. Okay, so no point using this Rubblebelt Maka on anything. I just attack. Yeah. I'm not sure if the math would have worked the way I did it last game. Or not last game, the previous turn when I sacked this thing. I'm still thinking about whether it would have worked. Well, anyway, it worked out okay, because they don't really have ways to kill black creatures, I don't think, in the main deck. They'll probably have cast stones post-board, so I definitely think I want Mesmeric Fiend in this matchup to, like, clear out counter spells, and Nihil Spellbomb's probably decent. Marauder, probably okay. Tragic Slip, I think, is good. I can cut this thing again. The Crawler, I feel like, normally is not at its best here, because they have large creatures, and they're not really, like, chump blocking or anything. So I think I'm okay boarding one out at least. And the Makas can probably go maybe one of these Witnesses, just because it's a little bit of a tempo negative thing. All right, let's try that. Another one-lander. I somehow was rewarded for keeping a one-lander last game. This one looks worse, though. Well, not really worse, but I'm not sure I should have done it the last game. It does look worse, because, like, yeah, I got a mulligan. Can I get a hand with more than one land in it? There we go. Right, they mulliganed. I will keep. And I guess in this hand we can put a land back here. They went to 5. I didn't realize they mulliganed. That made my mulligan, or that would have made my decision to mulligan easier. I guess I play the card I care about less. I should have boarded these out for the Marauders. Like, this should be the matchup for them, but I just, I don't know, this was so good last game, I didn't, I guess it didn't really do that much. It did put a counter, which was important. But yeah, I should probably just be playing these instead of the last two crawlers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, looks like we might be facing down a Serpentier. No, no, not yet. Extract Confession. That's it's funny that that card is good against this deck full of 1/1s, but yeah, I guess it is. Feeder. Yeah, I think it's good to get both of these down. I think I just do this now. I could wait, but I don't know, I have these Unearths. I think it's okay to just do it. Just doing nothing. Interesting. Okay, well, guess that would have been a reason to wait. Okay, trying for a beetle. This feels like it could be a Fumes, although Fumes wouldn't really be very good here. Counterspell, yep. I'll try again. Alright, so if they have Fumes, what happens? I have to, I mean, it's still not really that bad. I just have to sack one feeder to the other feeder. And then they take 4 times 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess it's not lethal, so I won't do it. I might have counted wrong too, but I feel like, yeah, they got to do something here, and there's no real need for me to act first. Say 4 times 2 is 8. Yeah, they had the fumes. Okay, so I just... Yeah, I mean, now I can do it, I guess. I think it's worth saving both feeders. Oh. Yeah. Possible I counted wrong there. I think this is a pretty good matchup. They're snuff outs. I mean, yeah, I guess their snuff outs could be good, but against like the combo half of the deck, but they're pretty bad against Carrion Feeder and Beetle and Nested Shambler, which is what I drew this game. All right, see you in round 3. Okay, we're at round 3. I am going to keep this hand because I can dig for a land with this thing, or a black mana source. I guess that is really slow, but I'm going to do it. Oof, okay. Could get punished here in this particular matchup for being slow. Oh, never mind. Had it. It's pretty incredible how much like mana trouble I'm having in this 2-color deck. I guess most of it is just not having enough mana in my opening hands, which maybe is just what happens when you don't have Brainstorm or a bunch of Chromatic Stars or whatever. Alright. Fair enough. I'm supposed to play Crawler and put the counter on itself. Is that right? Or I could Rumble and then... I have another Crawler though, yeah, I think that's fine. It's a pretty good blocker in this scenario. So it's not great when they have that. Alright, next turn. Next turn I'm blocking for sure. That's a bolt that's not going at my face. So I'm okay with that. Looks like they might be a bit flooded over there. I don't know why I took that. I should have taken the swamp. Well, I guess it's another gate, so it's somewhat reasonable. Alright, that was not a good rumble. Alright, what are we doing here? I mean, I guess I'm attacking. Sure. At this point, it's just about killing them before they draw a bunch of burn or something. Sure. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. If they have any way to respond, they better do it now. They did not. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's give this a shot. That's 10, 12, 14. Actually, I don't know what I'm thinking about here. Pretty sure this is lethal. No, it's not. Okay, I don't know how wow, I really messed that up. Okay. That was awkward. I should not have done it that way. If I'd sacked this and this, would it have been lethal? It's +4. Yeah, I guess that would have done it. Okay, I needed to do everything. My mistake. That was like the worst of all ways I could have done that. Could have just counted. That's probably a better way to go about it, if I'm being honest here. Okay, I apologize to the viewer for that mistake. I need to actually count if I'm going to try and do that. Just assumed it would be enough. All right, what do they got? I think these are good. The removal spell's good. I guess these are probably good too. So is this. Okay, we can probably get rid of a couple witnesses because it's their fast deck. I guess this card actually seems okay against them, but maybe the Rumble is like too slow. The Mavericks, I suppose, can go. And I guess against the red deck, Glee is a little bit of a risky proposition. I suppose I could cut. Oh, I'll just cut this Legion Vanguard. Although it's good with Lifestaff. I'll just cut another Rumble. Yep. Not bringing in Masked Vandal. I don't think that's really the right approach here. Maybe I should have cut a Carrion Feeder. Again, no green mana. Weird hand. I mean, this has probably got to be a mulligan. Alright. Get rid of one of these Glees. Damn. Goblin Guide. Better Goblin Guide than Pauper. What has the world come to? Yep. Alright, that's Not the card I thought it was. I mean, it's still somewhat decent. I guess Beetle is maybe better. I don't think it is actually. Yeah. This isn't really working out. To the party. Yeah, I guess in this scenario, I should have put the counter on the spawn instead of trying to put it on itself, because it was pretty clear they were holding up a bolt there. It's like, it's great if you can get it to 1-4, although they still have Galvanic Blast potentially, but at least then I would have had a counter on this, which could have blocked these for a little bit. Chain Lightning, yep. Okay. That might do it. One, two, three, four, 6. I guess I can live. So what can I do? I can yeah, so I think I'd trim Carrion Feeder and maybe a Glee for some more defensive elements. Probably do need this, and maybe let's try playing one of these, or I could just put Rumble back, which is probably better. This Maverick might actually be better than Scrapling here too, because it can like help block the Menace guy, and it is just a 1/1 though. Yeah, never mind. All right. Jesus. Okay, I guess I got a mulligan again. 1 land Basilisk Gate. Brutal. Sure, let's go to 5. This would be a grade 7 card hand. Alright, even though Beetle's good, I feel like Beetle is not gonna, like, it's just gonna die. And then the second card, I suppose, should be, well, Rumble gets me another land and a thing, so maybe it's just Unearth. And realistically, is this actually gonna be able to go off now that he knows about it? Probably not. But what else? I could take Scrapling. I don't know. I don't think that's enough. I'm in too much of a sticky situation here. Come on, Fumes. Let's have some justice here. Okay, not the worst. That's almost good. All right, well, don't have any more time to wait. as well wait till their upkeep, I guess. Or I guess I could try blocking too. Yeah, I'm going to try and block with it, because it's probably just going to die anyway, so. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, had it all. Fair enough. Yeah, so I guess maybe I shouldn't have taken this off the thing. Maybe I could have ground something out. This is interesting. It's probably too late now, but... Oh, whoops. Oh, that's fine, I guess. I need it to block anyway. Right, that'll do it. We have lost the game on a mull to 5. Back for round 4. All right, a hand we can keep. Incredible. Yeah, so far that red aggro deck has been the most challenging matchup by far. Which kind of makes sense because all my creatures are small and they can put a lot of pressure on me while disrupting everything I'm doing. So if anybody has good ideas about how to beat that deck, let me know in the comments. Trying to remember if I've even comboed once this league so far. I think I did once. And I've done the like soft combo with Nested Shambler a couple times. Maybe I should just be playing another Basilisk Gate as an extra land. Although it's not like a colorless land if you only have one color. Is that helpful? Oh, it's this deck. Okay, this will be interesting. I haven't played against this yet. would be more mana efficient to play the Crawler, but I think I'm supposed to just play these two. Oh, what? The stay is a 3/3? What? I must have been thinking of a different card. Okay, well, I don't think that really changed my play, but I did not realize that was still a 3/3. I guess now I understand why that Masked Vandal card is kind of a necessary evil. Seven. So So 3 on this, plus 4, 7. So I'd have to sack everything to save it. Six plus 3 is 9. I can't do it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Targeting that. That's a weird choice, but oh, maybe they have another? I don't know. Well, obviously I'll sacrifice it. To target my beetle, I have to lose the beetle, or sack both things, and then I don't trample over. So they could have just probably targeted that, but I guess they can't deal with the trample, the future, but yeah, I don't know. Turns out, have another. Alright, this is the matchup for this thing, so I'll be bringing that in. This answers the lands, the animated lands. Nature's Claim. Is that even good against Affinity? I don't really think it even is. They're just about sheer numbers more than anything. Yeah, this card is like, you kind of want it to hit the Krark-Clan Shaman, but it's also really bad against Krark-Clan Shaman if they draw it, so I think in net it's not worth it. I'm going to take out one of these because I feel like I'm supposed to be the aggro deck here, and I could take out these Rubblebelts probably again, or this. Maybe this is actually worse than a Rubblebelt. Is Fumes good against them? Just looking up a list real quick here. I'll pause the video. Fumes is not good against them. All right, so this is probably good then. Jesus. That's kind of a tempting one-lander, but I guess I'm mulling in until I get a hand with 2 lands in it. All right, this is fine. We've got our fearsome combo. Guess I put Glade back. not seeing that the brood thing very much. Genku. You got it. Okay. Didn't fully think this through. Oh, that's fine. What am I doing here? Yeah, this is fine. Doesn't matter. I have to kind of all in here at this point. need one of those trampling things are real bad. Okay. There it is. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not totally sure how this works. I guess we'll find out. Force the issue here. I guess I should have done this first. I don't understand why you would target that. I can't do anything with it. It's fine. Obviously, in retrospect, I wish I had taken that Sadistic Glee instead of the Broodscale off of the Rumble. That would have been much better. . Potentially. I mean, I would have thrown it on a squirrel and possibly I have another large attacker. Okay. Sure. It's pretty sick that it doesn't kill the familiar. Okay. This matchup alone might be enough to make me play 4 of the trample card. Would be a night and day difference if I had one of those. I'm dead. I'm taking a lethal next turn. So. Maybe this card is good. Yeah, maybe trying to go the combo route is the way to go here and just disrupt them because I want to take out Card Clan Shaman anyway. I'm gonna keep it. Not the best hand I've ever seen, but has potential. This is a hard deck to play against. I'm not sure what to do here exactly. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, whatever. So I should have one more swirl in play, or one more counter or something here. Also probably should have just gone for it last turn. Oh boy, okay. Got there. Alright, it's a tricky deck to play against, but I'm learning. Alright. Round 5. Affinity again, potentially. Yeah, whatever. Isn't this Broodscale combo awesome? It's never assembling the thing. Okay. Beetles for the win. Playing against this artifact deck is kind of nerve-wracking. I think you just kind of gotta go for it. Seems like. I guess I'll keep a Rubblebelt over one of these just for the curve, since I'm boarding in some 2 mana cards. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Alright, we got a gate draw. I'll try it. I'm going to do this so I can fuel the Vandal if I need it. Also, yeah, I can turn on Tragic Slip if I need to. I kind of feel like Fiend is not going to be very good this game, but I guess I'll pitch a land. So I probably will draw some more lands by the time this is over. It's a good hand. what's better between Cast Down and Galvanic Blast. I guess, I kind of need lands now, unfortunately. Interesting. Didn't want to take one. Okay, yeah, let's get this in while we can. I'm going to try and hit their blue mana. See if that works. To strand the counter spell. Probably don't need another one of the Beetles. I don't think I'm going to be able to play around Clark Clan at this point. Although, actually, maybe I could have, because I do have this gate. Maybe that was bad. Killing that. Sure. Why would you kill that over Beetle? I don't get it. I guess because if you do play Clark Clan, it's better. All right. Trying to be Should have saved it. Should have saved that Shambler. Ooh. My beetle has mysteriously lived. The forest. Yep. Well, it's pretty clear they don't have anything, so. Oops. Unless they like just drew something. I don't think they did. So I think they drew this familiar. So they chump. This triggers. You get infinite, infinitely large, whatever. Let's do this a couple times to put it out of range of whatever. Card Clan or whatever it's called. All right, whatever. That's fine. I'm just going to pump these a little bit more to feel a bit safer. I don't want to do I don't want to do this my turn because I'm going to pump one of the spawn tokens. Alright, that's probably good enough. We got there. 4-1 with the deck. Thoughts after playing. These cards were indeed the worst cards. I was always boarding them out. This card, I think, has got to go. This one's okay. Maybe you could play one of them. After that match against Affinity, I did want all the Duskshell Crawlers I could get. I would consider playing a +1/+1 counter hexproof instant card. I did have it in here at one point. I cut it. Might add a land. I think I could add a Colony Garden. So it's like an extra mana source, but it's also, you know, also gives you creature, which is relevant. Probably want 3 Masked Vandals. Probably gonna get rid of this Nature's Claim for another Masked Vandal. It's really pretty bad in every matchup except the Affinity matchup, but I think you just need it. Yeah, you need it there. Might want one more card for the mono red aggro matchup, but I'm not sure exactly what it would be. Or maybe I just need to alter my my play a little bit, or my sideboarding strategy, take out more feeders and more Sadistic Glees against them. But anyway, I think the deck's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed watching the league. I'll see you next time.